What's up, guys? It's me, Ahmad, back at again with another video. Sorry, it's been quite a while. I've had a crazy last couple of months, but I'm really excited to get back into Gundam with GD02. Of course, I'm staying on Red Blue Ping, and I think I've cooked up something that's very good, very unique, that I think is honestly the future of Red Blue Ping. I know everyone is pretty hyped about the Psycho Gundam type of ping, and I really don't like it. I don't think it's red blue ping as we would should call red blue ping. I think that's more geared towards what could be just a really good Titan slash Amuro Ray blue ping thing. I think it's separate, but I could be wrong. But this is kind of what I've cooked up, and let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. So, of course, we're going to stay true to form and include the best generic pilot in the game, being Amuro Ray. Not much really to say about Amuro. Being able to get that 2-1 stat line, being able to rest a 5 HP or lower to then enable your blue pings, as well as make things vulnerable to be swinged into or get around blockers, whatever the case is. Amuro is great and he's not going anywhere. And of course, we are going to also add in or continue to play Marita Cruz as a 4 of because she is the queen of ping with all of her link um, units that she has available to her. Marita being able to link with numerous different things in this deck kind of pushes the ping forward, I think. And so I want to keep it as really the base of the deck for, of course, the stat line, but of course because we're trying to ping things down, and she is great at it. Now, the next new inclusion is Haman Karn, saying whenever we pair with a red unit, we can ping something for 1 at the same level or lower. So if you link it with a level 5 or a level 7, you're able to ping it down for 1, and it kind of keeps that momentum going. It doesn't work, of course, if you ping it with something that's blue, but we'll be good with that. So Haman Karn, of course, getting that 2-1 stat line really buffs things up to really do damage to a lot of the blockers in the game, because now we have like Rick Diaz and a couple other cards that exist in the game now. And so they're kind of annoying to deal with, but I think this stat line with lower units does help, and I'll kind of explain right now. We got 2 Zaku Mariner, and we got 4 Gelgoog. This is from the starter deck. The reasoning why I am no longer playing this beautiful card, being Gem, is because Haman Karn in particular only works with red units. So in case you need to get some type of ping, having these guys available to you as a red card is very, very useful. And of course, it'll buff these guys up to be a 4-3, which is honestly a decent stat line depending on where you're at in the game or what's going on your opponent's board. So this has been pretty solid, and I'm really enjoying the inclusion of Gelgoog. Hopefully, I can get some C pluses going before hype builds up, because I think that this is going to be really good, really solid going forward for ping if you plan to include Haman. Of course, we got the generic stuff. We got Gun Tank. We all know what Gun Tank does. Of course, we got one of the best 2-3s in the game, Razel, being in the 4-3 stat line. Now here's where things get a little different, and I'm still playing with my ratios on this card. We're going to throw in Gira Zulu. He's a 3-2, and he costs 2-3, so I'm going to inverse it. But he has a link for a Neo Zeon trait, which Marita Cruz has, as well as Haman. So with this card, you're able to get the link effect off of Marita and make it a 5-3. And with this one, you still get the ping off of the pair and make it a 5-3. So for that very reason, I think that this triangle right here works immensely well. And I've had success with it in testing. So kind of throwing it in the deck, I might bump this up to 3. We just have to kind of see what as I move forward through testing, what I like and what I don't like. This card really I want at 4. I just am still working on ratios. This is very much a pet deck or a test, or however you kind of want to phrase it, something that I'm constantly working on whenever I have time. So Anchka at 3, but kind of want to get it to 4. We'll figure that out some type of way. Kshatriya. I really wish Haman could link with Kshatriya. It does link with Marita, And the good thing is, even if you can't get this link effect with Cassandra, you still get the generic one with Haman on the pair. So for that very reason, I have kept Cassandra at 2 for this deck, and it's just been really good, really solid for me thus far. Next up, we got Gundam. Um, we don't have to talk about it. We all know what this does. We know what this guy does. We know about the stat boost. We know about the resting. It's Grandpa Gundam. He's great. So no complaints from my end on that. Next up, we are going to be playing for Kshatriya, being able to, in particular, link with Marita Cruz, but you also get the base effect through Amuro and Haman and all the pilots, making it a 7-5. So having all the pilots being able to utilize that first effect is very good. And then of course the link effect with Marita is solid. Whenever you pair it, of course, with Haman, you'll do the 2 damage to the 2 units, and then you'll also get the 1 off of the pair for a level 5 or lower enemy unit. So I think all of those 3 pilots, along with this Cassandra, work very well, and I think that's a very solid option to include Haman, considering that we're playing the Cassandra. Next up, we now have the Queen's mobile suit, of course, of Neo Zeon. We have Quebly. This card in particular is more of a scare tactic to a lot of people because you kind of you want to see both, but I'm hesitant to put this as a 3-3 line just because I'm not too sure if I want to see too many of them in my opening and early hands. But this card with suppression, its attack also working with Marita Cruz to spread 2 damage with a Neo Zeon pilot. So even if you don't get the link, Marita Cruz does get to ping on attack technically, not through its own effect, but through the 2 attack, through 2 damage through an attack essentially. So I think this card is great, really solid, and it's a menace on board whenever you're able to pull it off. One of the cards I'm messing with that I do like, but I'm trying to figure out ratios, is All Range Attack. All Range Attack, I am fiddling between that and Battle of Aces as well as Close Combat. I feel like all of the cards are a bit of a preference as to what you like to play with. For me personally, testing All Range Attack for now, and it's actually working very well into numerous different decks. 1 Year War, it's working really great. Anytime white doesn't have any blockers out or anything like that that are linked, or yeah, that aren't linked, this card does work. So I'm very much enjoying this card. Of course, we're going to go with our draw, show resolve. Not much else to say. And then the last 4 cards being, I think it's Vasilis. I always forget, but this card in particular, whenever you have Amuro and Gundam out and you're able to get that, even like with Marita or Haman, pairing it with this and getting that generic 1 stat, and then being able to use the base to boost this guy up essentially by 2, it's just really good. There's other bases that I'll be testing. Like I forget I think it's a blue one that rests like a 3 HP or 2 HP or lower. Like all those different bases I am gonna test at some point. But this one just feels like all reliable, and it's doing wonders for me right now. I think in all of my testing. So this is kind of where my list is at. This is where I think red blue ping should go in regards to deck building. Not to dog anyone out for the Psycho Gundam, but I feel like that's a different type of thing. But I totally see where they're going with it. It feels like in that deck you're mixing 2 archetypes that are kind of separate. But if you were to split the archetypes into their individual things, where you make the Titan deck and then you make the red blue ping deck, that I think that the Titan deck could have its own unique thing that could be utilized a little bit better. But I haven't tested it too much, so who's to say? But let me know what y'all think of the deck list. Double check my card counts. I have been known to miscount into 51 cards, so I'm pretty sure I counted 3 times. I think this is 50, so I'm pretty sure it is. But let me know what y'all thoughts are in the comments down below. And until next time,